calculate the arithmetic mean for this data set. So that just means use all values. And so if you add everything up, you get 178 over 14. I told you there's 14 consecutive days. You could have counted that there's 14. But anyways, if I see this setup, you get 1 mark already. On the exam, I'll just tell you, you just get 1 mark in total. You don't get the mark for the work. But I'll explain once I give you the answer. This would be 12.71 products remaining, right, that are still left on the shelf. And so I'll give you another mark for that. I'll just explain this. If you though show this and then your answer is off, we can still give you half a mark because we understand you know what needs to be done. You just plugged it in wrong or something went wrong when you typed it in. So I would still encourage you to show your work. The median of this data set, to be honest, I would say you should have arranged it. So we're going to go, I'm going to go ahead and, we're going to go ahead and do this. 0, 0, 0, 2, 3, 4, 6, 11, 12, 12, 14, 16, oops, 48, 50, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. You've got 14 values, so you know you got it right. And now we figure out the median. So the median is, in this case, wouldn't need to be calculated. Okay, so I would say median. This is an even set, so you're gonna have to add up 2 of these numbers and divide it by 2. Okay, so the shortcut here is take 14 divided by 2. That is equal to 7. So you know you need to grab the 7th value and the one right next to it, the 7th and the 8th value of the arranged set. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's gonna be this one. And to be absolutely sure, just cover them up and count. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. I've got 6 on either side, so you know you're doing this right. So 6 plus 11 divided by 2, that's 17 divided by 2. That ends up being 8.5 products or items or whatever you want to call it. But it's okay to have the decimal. So 1 mark for arranging, I would say 1 mark for actually figuring out what your median is in this case. What is the mode for this data set? And it is 0, right? 0 shows up. So the mode is 0 items left. Which measure of central tendency, which you calculated above, right? The mean, median, mode. Best represents the average number of fast food items remaining at closing. Okay. So let me just say this. It's about the measure of central tendency, like what is the center or the middle of it. That's what you're kind of looking for. So I would say the mode is not a good MCT. Why? Because it is far to the left. Okay, that's why. It's too far to the left, like it's way over here. It's not the middle of our set. To be honest, the mean is also not a good one. Due to what? What do you have in there?
Outliers.
Due to outliers. So it leaves you with the median is the best, closest to the middle. Okay. All right. So kind of think, if there's an outlier, mean is out the window, the arithmetic mean. If the mode is too far to either end, it's also not a good one. So the median is the best. 2 marks for this one. So kind of saying which one and why. Identify any outliers. So in this case, it would be 48, 50 items or products. And then I asked you to find the trimmed mean by removing the 2 lowest and the 2 highest. That already gave it away that there's 2 outliers, by the way. Okay, so the trimmed mean, I'm going to take this 178 that I had at the top. I'm going to subtract the items I'm removing. I'm removing a 0 and another 0. I know this is pointless. I know that. Okay, minus the 2 outliers on the higher end, which is 48 and 50. So how many remain? If you remove 4, you're left with 10. Okay, so here's your, it's 80 over 10, which is 8 products. This is how we're going to mark this today. For the top number you get 1, the bottom number you get 1, and then obviously I would expect you to have this correctly. Okay, but if you get 80, you get 1. If you kept this at 14, you'd lose 1, right? 80 over 14, that would lose you would lose a mark there. Okay. If you went, I don't know, 178 over 10, you would lose a mark because the 10 is correct. Okay. So 8 products is the trimmed mean. Which one of the means is more representative of the situation? And it is the trimmed mean. Okay. Why are the outliers there, you might say? Maybe that's a Sunday. Sunday you didn't sell anything, you stocked it, you left it there on Sunday, nothing got sold, you were closed. Right? Maybe it was a snowstorm. 2 times over the 14-day period, nobody came to the store. Okay, you name it. So this page is worth, let me just see here, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 for this page. Backside. Taylor achieved the following throw distances in javelin. Okay, 8, 12, 14, 10. If Taylor can throw the javelin once more, that's like your next throw, how far would she have to throw in order to get a mean throw of 12 backwards? Right? So we go 12 is what we want, and then we go 8 plus 12 plus 14 plus 10 plus the next throw. That tells you we have 5. Okay? Like that. I would already give you a mark there, but if I see this part, which most students just get straight to this part, you get a mark for any of those 2 lines. And now another mark for actually doing the algebra that goes with it. So 5 times 12 is 60. You get to cancel out on this side 44 plus x. So we will subtract 44. If you get a negative, you probably did something wrong. Okay, so you got to watch out for that. So this gives you 16. Is it reasonable to get a 16 based on previous throws? 14, but to get, that's like the highest ever, right? So personal best is 14. To get a 16, probably be hard to achieve. But that's besides the point. So you got another, why is there 4 marks here? Sorry. No, I'll just give you 2. 1 mark for this setup, and then another mark for doing the breakdown that follows. We'll just do 2 marks here. Okay, front, so 10 and 2, that's 12, right? So we get rid of the 14 that's up there. We'll just make this out of 12. Name and last name. And if you could pass it forward